Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I just was checking my tracking on something I'm getting shipped today from Amazon. And it's not going to be here until 1 to 3, it says. So, you know, it'll show up at 2:59. Hi! Why are you staring at me? Why are you staring at me? Hello? Hi? She's looking at me like, who are you talking to? Like they don't know I go live. So I am just hopping on. I am working on my scarecrow. He is sold. So thank you for purchasing. I did get a couple people messaging me. So I will probably be making more, obviously. Did get a order for something else. So hopefully I can get to that. What the heck? I swear I just opened Facebook. I mean, it didn't open anyway. Hi, Debbie. Looks like you're the first one in. This is a fun surprise. I did say this yesterday. Did I put... Hi, Alyssa. I did put a post up saying I might pop on today. Then I was looking at everybody that was going to be live today, and I was like, well, there's no good gap. Except for tonight, and I don't typically go live in the evenings just because it gets a little crazy around here. And I don't want to. It's my party, and if I don't want to go live, I'll have to. I apologize. I'm getting like really sniffly all of a sudden because the neighbor they're mowing their grass and stuff. I totally didn't grab my bag of tricks. Did turn my glue gun on though, so give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna grab this. I think that's all we really need to finish this guy. Is a little bit of clay. I can't tell if that's Evelyn crying or somebody else. Oh yeah, Evelyn was up. She got me up at 6:30 this morning. Nope. Was it 6? 6 or 6:30. Oh my god. Which is early. Hi, Amanda. Yeah. And I think Cece announced that I was going to be live, so anybody that was over there might come over. We do have to, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tag followers and hope that a couple people see us. Hi, Tina. Oops. Holy cow. So, kind of just invaded the Friday's Fabulous Fakers. Carly is not going live, so if you're looking for her, she is not feeling well, so she is not going live. And so I figured since she wasn't going on that there would be a gap and I would just fill it. Since we've got to finish this guy. So this is what he's looking like. I also did not grab the straw. If I could forget my brain somewhere, I would. Like, it would just fall out and stay wherever it would be laying. I have these little fall flowers I bought, like fall colors. I wonder if any of these flowers would work on this. I'm having quite a day. How you doing, Tina? Are you feeling any better? You said, I think I read some of the comments that you were, thank you for sharing me, that you were feeling a little better. That you're still on vacation, which is fine. As long as you're feeling better, that's fine. I wouldn't want to leave vacation either, to be honest. Just stay there forever. Maybe soaking up some sun will make you feel better. Although, Tina, where are you from? Like, I feel like you were from a sunny state, but maybe you're not. So yeah, I've had quite the morning already. Evelyn got me up super early. So I figured I'd be up by so she got up at like 6:30. She usually gets up at like 8 or 8:30. And I'm going to tell you, when school was in, she was getting up. Let me figure out what part of this hat that I really want as the front and do that. We're thinking of you, girl. When school was in, she would get up at 9 o'clock. Now that summer has started, she's been getting up at like 8, which is fine. It's not the end of the world. It's not the worst. I mean, getting up at 6:30 sucked. Okay, let me tell you. Especially since I stayed up a little late last night. I was watching a movie. And it was really good. So if you're in Kentucky, oh, so it's warm there, right? Kentucky's pretty hot. I have some straw, so I'm going to put some straw in his sleeves and stuff. So, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, so during the school year, she was getting up at like 9, and now she's been getting up at 8, which 8 isn't terrible. 8 is what I expect, you know? So when I stayed up watching this movie last night, I was like, oh, it's okay if I stay up till midnight because, you know, that's 8 hours. No. She was like, you stayed up late, let me get up early. And then I'm not going to lie, she cried. Probably the first 30, 45 minutes she was awake. And then she's been crying about everything today. Oh my God. Like, somebody send some help, please. So, we're finishing up this scarecrow that I started. Did I start this yesterday? No, it was like 2 days ago. Did I start it Tuesday? Oh my God, I think I started this. So the scarecrow, if you're looking for the head, I did Tuesday. And then the body, no problem, Sam. How you doing, Sam? So I started the body the head on Tuesday, the body Thursday. And this is really bad for me, you guys, because I'm very impatient. And typically, this project would have been done on Wednesday. But I've been so busy, which I'm grateful for all the orders, but I've been busy otherwise too. I've been okay. So I have 5 people from the live sales. I think 2 or 3 I'm waiting on messages because they're new. And then 2 are still watching the replay. So I find it perfectly acceptable to kind of give them a reminder today. So I'm going to send that reminder once I get off of here. Like, hey, if you're still wanting to add on to your order, let me know. And then the people that haven't messaged me yet, I can't get a hold of you. So if you purchase from my live sale and you haven't heard from me, and you've never messaged me before, you have to private message me. I think it's 3. I can try to remember to check before. It's either 2 or 3, neither here nor there. Those people, I do not even start printing the items until you send me your information. So all I did was take, and I'm not even hating the fact that that piece is sticking out. I'm putting a whole bunch of like straw in there. I gotta fix his leg better. It is glued. What the heck? So hold on. It's glued, and I have a skewer. I did not close the pants off yet. We're just gonna flip them upside down. Ignore. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna put more glue because honestly, this clay is still wet and it's not gonna hurt it. I didn't finish gluing his pants yet, so it's fine. Good thing, because if I would have glued his pants already, I wouldn't be fixing that leg. So yeah, I wasn't messing with him. I was gonna start working on him again yesterday, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna leave him. I had other things to do, so I did that. And then when my husband got home from work, my kids were crazy yesterday. More specifically, Evelyn. Let's face it. Amelia's a doll. Like, she does nothing. She doesn't bother nobody. Okay, that's a lie. So Amelia's good until Eli's in the picture, and then Amelia annoys Eli. So they're constantly bickering back and forth. So that gets on my nerves. But hi, Diana. And, you know, no biggie there. But, you know, when they get bickering, it's annoying. So, actually, Eli and Amelia and Kat all played Minecraft until, like, 4 o'clock yesterday? I don't know. They played, oh no, they played it till bedtime. Okay, I think that went under my desk. I have to do another one. Hi, Andrea. How you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. Well, I mean, I saw you on your live this morning. I know you're super busy with your kids too. Your kid too, so. But yeah, so yesterday was bath day. Evelyn had a number 2 problem all day yesterday. So I'm assuming that's why she woke up at like 3 a.m. yesterday. And maybe she's not really feeling the greatest, and maybe that's why she's crabby. Let's just chalk it up to that. But she has been so crabby and needy. And which I get when you're not feeling well, that could be the case. So let's hope that she gets feeling better soon and all the things, because this mom is tired. So she got up at 3 a.m. and then she got up at 7 yesterday. And then I did clip my hair because my bangs were doing things. They were doing like a whooshy thing, and it was annoying. And we like literally just got done eating like what would have been, I guess, breakfast, lunch, whatever. I made French toast and sausage. But anyway, so after my husband got home last night, I was like, I need to just get out of here for 5 minutes. So I'm going to go get chocolate for Evelyn. And I'm going to go get, and this is his body. If you didn't see it already, he's going to get pockets and all the things. And this is his head. So I go run to Dollar General and I go to pull in the parking lot, and my car feels like it's making like a weird sound. Like, telling you, it's not one thing, it's another. You know, things are so crazy expensive right now. I don't need my car to be messed up. My husband seems to think it's brakes. We literally, I don't even think it's been a year since we got that car. No, pirate ship is free. And it saves you guys money. So you just sign up and it gives you a discount. So even if you don't, yeah, she's saying happy birthday. Happy birthday. I'm throwing stuff at myself. It's the best thing. I didn't believe people when they would tell me how much cheaper pirate ship was. And then finally, because I used to ship through the post office. Are you? I'm all over the place again today. Tell you. So, let me try to finish one story at a time. I made them. It's a pair of jeans, the overalls. I literally cut up a pair of my kids' jeans that she can't wear anymore, obviously. So anyways, I go to run to Dollar General. My car's making the sound. I told my husband, I was like, I think it's a wheel bearing. Trying to pretend like I know something about something, right? So he goes out, he drives it around the block. He comes back real quick and he's like, I think it's the brakes. And literally we just drove the car to, thank you. We literally just drove the car to, oh my God, where did we drive it? To Cedar Point. We just drove it to Cedar Point. Like, are you kidding me? And nothing. Yeah, if you watch my live from yesterday, I made the overalls. I have quite a few pairs of old jeans that we can't wear anymore. I actually grabbed these because I was working on another one. Hi, Tina. You literally, it's super easy to make your own clothes. I've done it a couple times because, oh, I put her back. I made a romper for a girl, a couple girl bunnies and cows for Easter. And so every time my kids grow out of a pair of jeans, I'm like, yes, fabric. So I'm just putting soles on the bottom of the feet. Okay. I am going to run a worm around. Guess I'll use this. I have my cup in the way. Okay, hold on. Hi, Cece. How you doing? Yeah, Andrea, if you watch my live from yesterday, I made the pants. Or, yeah, the overalls. So you can see what I did. And I know it's like so much fun, and I like want to like just go buy clothes, but then you have to fit your character to the clothes. I mean, it's not easy to make clothes yourself, but I feel like it's easier to fit the clothes to your character than fit the character to the clothes that you buy. Maybe. I don't know. But I also feel like you'd have to buy doll clothes for this. So how is everybody doing? I feel like surprise going live might have, people will catch the replay. I know Jenna is out. I'll let her surprise you with what she's doing, because I don't know, maybe it's not a surprise, but maybe it is. I feel like she hasn't been in anybody's lives to tell anybody, so it's not my news to tell. Hold, please. I have a piece of yeah, so we called to try to get my car in. So continue the car story. My husband drove it around, thinks it's the brakes. So this morning I call the mechanic that we always go to see if I could bring it in like Monday.
Hello, my name is Claire.
Stop that. And they don't have appointments until July 7th. So now my husband said to he said to call other places. Well, I didn't, but I should. I'm going to have to look up their phone numbers when I get off of here. This morning has already been, one of those mornings, and I was like, I don't have time to find phone numbers and call places, and honestly, I didn't even know what year my van was, because we just got it, and I haven't had to take it in for anything. It is, I guess, a 2016. I found out today. It's a 2016 Dodge Caravan, so I'll have to take it. It just stinks because it's one of those things that, like, our old van, we went through brakes like all the time. They were always broken because apparently the way they designed the brakes, they put the brakes in the front, and so the whole weight of the car, the brakes were constantly getting changed. So it's like PTSD, like, am I going to have to take this car in constantly? Because I literally just got this car, and I don't want to be doing that all the time. And then to not be able to get it fixed. And then now we have to pay for that because, and we're trying to finish paying off our roof before we get interest. It's just a lot, right? It's actually, like, really nice outside. It's 72. Surprised Eli hasn't asked me to go swimming in the pool. It's nice and clear and beautiful, but not warm enough. And the last time, because Eli went in the other day, the first time, and Evelyn wanted to go in, and I was like, it is too cold, girlfriend. We are not swimming today. Are my comments broken, or really is nobody commenting? Because that's fine, but typically somebody's commenting something. No problem. She knew that you were at speech therapy. So I just did the bottoms of the shoe and did like a trim. And then all I did, these are cones. And then I put a bunch of clay around them to give them some more oomph. They will dry and be more stiff, but since they're so wet, they're not stiff. I am going to take and put some trim around. Yeah, thank you. Happy birthday. In a pocket, and maybe 2 pockets in the back. I just have to grab the fabric that I used. So give me 1 second to find it. And I threw away the scraps because they were driving me crazy on my desk yesterday. So I had scraps, and I was like, oh, I'll save these for when I make the pockets and stuff. I did not. Because let me tell you, I was in a cleaning frenzy yesterday, and I got all my styrofoam. Good morning, Leilani. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and so since I can't go get my, Nick says I should not drive it. I was very annoyed about that because I was like, I don't have to go on a freeway or anything. I can just, you know, take the back roads, avoid people, and go to the post office today. So anybody who has packages sitting here that are supposed to go out, they will go out today. They just won't go out until 5 p.m. because my husband gets off of work at 3:30, so he'll be home at like 4:15, and he is going to run out of here and take my packages and run to the post office for me. So it stinks, but at least they'll get to go out. I know, I was like, I got like 20 packages sitting here. Like, I have to go to the post office today. And then I like started thinking, like, I should ask my neighbor, see if she could do it. But then he said because he gets out early enough today, he gets out early enough today that he can take the packages. So the glue dried before I folded it over. So up after me, because I mean I'm not in the lineup or anything, is Mrs. P, Crafting with Mrs. P. She is on at 2 o'clock. So make sure you catch her. I am getting glue all over my fingers, which is starting to make me angry. I want to put this pocket on to where I could put a little something in the pocket, but I don't know what's going to go in there. But I used my pinking shears to give it like a little edge. Maybe a little sunflower or something. Let me grab. Let's see if I have a little lollipop or something. It has to be something fallish. It can't be not fall. It can't be something not fall. I got peach and I got clear and I got yellow. So peach, clear, or yellow, otherwise it doesn't get anything in the pocket. Thank you. Okay, I like the regular, like a Dum Dum. So here's the Dum Dum one. And then here is yellow. I think the yellow, there's too much yellow right there, right? His leg is still drying, so it wants to... Did I just seen the Amazon truck? I'm going to quit lifting them up. I'm going to leave them on here. All right. You guys, my nose is itching me so bad. I'm about to rip it off. To be like Michael Jackson with no nose. Let's see. What... Oops. I went to go turn my thing off and I hit the calendar. I hear the neighbor's chickens making noises out there. I don't know. I'm guessing Rick Rack is going to have to be feel like, I know it's a boy and it doesn't have to be a specific way, but that other stuff is too girly. Thank you, Diana. Yeah, you probably need to smash it a little more, but there's no rules on how much you have to smash it. You know, you can not smash it. I have a bunch that I didn't even smash. There's ones that I didn't smash all the way. I would say, though, if your pool noodle is loose in there, you're going to want to glue it just so it doesn't slide out. But there's no rules on how much you have to smash it. Now, here's the thing is if you don't smash it enough, you're going to have to put more stuff in it too. Yeah. So usually what I do is I test out like the distance. And then if the pool noodle is too loose in there, then I smash it a little more. But like I said, there's no rules. It's crafting. You know, you don't have to smash it a specific amount. How have you been, Debbie? I haven't seen you in forever. All right, that's enough with you, glue string. So I'm just trying to make some trim on this. I'll turn it around in a second. After I try not to swear about all of the glue strings, I used a dry. Oh, well then, yeah. So here is something that Jen does. Not everybody does. You take, when you do your fabric, you cover the bottom with your fabric too. So this way it doesn't fall at the bottom and it's a finished look. Now, you don't have to use the fabric on the bottom, or say the fabric that you're using isn't big enough, or you're only using a piece of fabric, like a small piece or something, or you're decoupaging and you have nothing to cover the bottom of your can. You could put some foam sheets in there. I've done that too. Did I do that with this one? No, that's fabric on the bottom. There's one of these that does not, or like this one. Oh no, this one isn't either. One of these, I swear, is just the bottom of the can. Yeah, so like this one has the bottom of the can. I didn't even make it a whole smash. Probably should cover that up. But I didn't. Or use 2 noodles, or buy the bigger noodles. They do sell a bigger pool noodle. Or you could just use styrofoam. You don't have to use a pool noodle. There's no rules on that either. Like, people just use the pool noodles because it's a more affordable than buying styrofoam. But if you have a bunch of random styrofoam, use that. You don't have to use a pool noodle at all. You're welcome. Yeah. And like literally there's no rules. So Straight Jacket Jen makes some where they just hang. And she smashes the bottom all the way shut. And so you can't stand them up. Only reason I don't do that is because I want people to... Oh, I'm about to have to go and have a fight with this glue gun. I like them to have the option to hang it or not hang it. What is going on? How much more glue am I going to find? So here's the front. One of my printers is done. So there's the front. I just want to put something on the trim to give that raw edge. Not a raw edge, rather. Not. Yeah. Let me dig through here for a second. I don't know if this is going to be big enough. don't mind it in the back so much. I think I'm going to put a bunch of, I want to call this hay. But it's not hay, is it? It's like grass. The heck is it called? Whatever. Raffia. I'm going to put a bunch of this coming out the back. Make them like more stuffed looking. Hi, Jenna. I tried to let a few people know that I was here because obviously nobody knows I was coming on. Like, I didn't make a post or anything. I just kind of popped on. And I don't mind. A lot of people will watch the replay. This is like lunchtime. All the things. Where did I put that away? No. Hi, Shannon. How you doing? Hi, Angel. Y'all just finding me? Oh, somebody probably just got off. 12:30 is a weird time to go on the fly. I was trying to look for a time that would have been good today. And I looked and I was like, shoot, this day is packed with people going live. And I was like, you're just going to have to pick a time or not go at all. And hi, Terry's Angel Crafting. I just was like, maybe I won't go live today since the way the day was going. The whole thing with the car and then Evelyn being crabby. Oh, and so, yeah, I didn't end up getting, I did get an appointment, but for July 7th for the card. Is that where I stopped that story? Did I just totally, like, stop talking about that? Which is fine. You guys don't want to hear me complain anyway. I did catch up on a bunch of lives this morning. I watched Marie's live from Tuesday, I think. And then I ended up getting to watch some of Shelby. And I got to watch Mama Bear. You're here, that's all that matters, right? Yep, absolutely. I kind of wish the person that's buying this was here, just so I can get her opinion. Hopefully she loves it still, with all the things I'm doing to it. I told her, I'm like, it's not finished, but you're definitely welcome to purchase that. I mean, I'm not going to do a ton of craziness to it or anything, but I had to put pockets and trim, and all the things. I really can't believe it. So, yeah. So, anybody that has a package that they're waiting for to be shipped, it'll be shipped today. It just won't be shipped until like 5 o'clock. And the only other thing bad about that is I won't be able to ship again until Monday. Unless, I have one order that I can probably get shipped out tomorrow. I just have to schedule a pickup. I think now that there's more people on here, if you ordered from my live sale and you've never messaged me before, make sure you private message me with your information. I do not start printing those orders until I get confirmation. And some people are still watching the replay, all the things, which is fine. But those orders will not be able to ship out till Monday at this point. Unless your order's finished. There's a couple of them, I think, that the order's finished. They said they were adding on. So if they don't add a ton more on, then I can probably ship it tomorrow. But just keep that in mind. With the car being broken, I won't have a car. Although I might have a car. But right now, we'll just say I don't have a car. Because who knows what's going to happen when my husband gets home. So here's some of the stuff sticking out the back. I don't hate the back just being more raw. It was just the front. I wanted to make it like a little more fancy, I guess. And then I'm going to put pockets on the back. And I think I'm going to make sure I use different parts of this fabric for the pocket. So see, this is like one of those, what is it, a patchwork fabric. And so since I use that for the front pocket, I'll probably use the green for the back pocket. and the orange. Yeah, we'll just cut a piece off. Okay. Evelyn is like dancing upstairs in front of the TV because she is having a good time. I watched a movie last night. I was in a mood, all the feels, all the things, and I knew like I wanted to sit down with a movie that would either like a feel-good movie or like a movie that, so there's a lot of times I can tell what's going to happen in a movie. It's just me. Like especially those like Hallmark movies, you know what's going to happen. Hi, Christy. You know what's going to happen, right? We all know they're going to get together or whatever, right? So I wanted to watch something like that. So I found a really good movie, and honestly, it was sad. We'll tell you, I cried. But it was really good. And it was called Voicemails to Izzy, and it was on Netflix. So if you're in for a good, funny movie, it's a funny, I guess, what do they call it? A drama, maybe? I don't know, romantic comedy. There we go, rom-com. It's probably a rom-com. It was good. It was a good movie. And funny. And it's funny because one of the actors was from Grey's Anatomy. Like, from now, Grey's Anatomy. And I was like, hey, I know that guy. And, like, for, like, a second, I was like, where do I know him from? But it was Grey's Anatomy. He's one of the interns. I don't even know. Is Grey's Anatomy, like, off the air? Did it ever come back? Like, am I not caught up right now? Like, I feel I've been watching it. I go through spurts with it, though. Like, I'll watch it. And then, like, last year, the writers, strike happened, and then it was like off air and it was on, so it was like a whole thing. And like now that shows, like now that we watch stuff on like Netflix and Hulu and stuff, I very rarely catch stuff like that has like a weekly thing when it's actually on. Like I'll miss it for a couple weeks, and then I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot I haven't watched that. And then I'll watch a couple episodes, and then I'll forget about it again for a couple weeks. Good time. So these back pockets, I can put something in there if I decide to. Maybe I'll put some raffia in there. In one of them. Put a pipe. Yeah, it's a cute movie. It's one of those movies that's just, I don't know, sad, funny, all the things. I like movies like that. I don't mind movies that like are thinkers. I do not like scary movies at all. I used to watch some scary movies, and then, like, I don't mind, like, Scream and stuff like that, now that I know what's going to happen, but I also don't feel like those scary movies were scary. Back in the day, those were, like, they were, like, kind of funny scary. Like, you stupid, going down, you know, every time they get chased, they run upstairs. Like, get out of the house. What are you doing? What's your favorite scary movie? So here is the front so far. Here is the back. Alright. I'm going to put a couple patches on it too, I think. I should put the lollipop. Yeah, I think I might have watched the last of that season. I might have not. You know, seriously. The way things are these days, I sometimes forget to finish watching stuff. I really like some of the characters in that show. I am kind of annoyed. I can't even think of the characters' names right now. The one girl and No Scary Movies for You. The the interns. Oh my God, the two that like hooked up and then they decided not to be together, and now she's dating that other guy. I'm like, come on, just get together already. But I guess that's what makes for the show, because people will root for people to get together, and then they don't get together until like seasons later, and you're like, it's about dang time. You knew they were going to get together that whole time. Okay, what else do I want to put on this? I think it needs like a flower or something in its hand. Maybe I should just put one of these. I was thinking about grabbing a sunflower. Guys, I can't get to my sunflowers right now. They're behind the door. Let me see really quick. Can probably move all the packages with the door, as long as I don't knock them over. Here are my kids. Well, you know what's funny about that? That wasn't even the packages. It was something else that fell. Hold, please. Why is it wrong? All right. Hi, Lulu. I have to invoice you. I totally forgot. And she's not dry yet, but I know there's no rush. But if I remember to invoice, I typically try to, so that I don't forget. And that way when it's ready to ship, it's ready to ship. And I don't have to worry about, you know, waiting on payment to ship it. These might be a little too big. Yeah, I guess. Who knows? It's so itchy. It's so itchy. Cat. Cat's giving me looks like, what did you do? One of my cupcake things fell over. She's looking around. Should see her. She's like lurking around like, what was that? Oh, you know what? A cat toy went across the floor when that happened. So that's probably what she's looking at, actually. Oh, yeah. I think this is going in there. It's going in. Yeah. I'm going to take a little bit of the raffia and wrap the stem. Maybe shove one of these on here. See if this looks okay. Might be too big too. You know what? I'm going to cut one of these leaves off. Kids are watching Peppa Pig. Oh yeah, me too. I would show you, but I have all my styrofoam is organized by what it is, like shape. Okay, but it's not put away at the moment because I'm waiting on the storage drawers to get delivered. Supposed to be delivered between 1 and 3 today. I sat here. It didn't take me that long, a couple hours maybe, mostly because I was screwing around. Okay, let's face it. I literally was like, why did I do this? Why did I pull all of the styrofoam from where it belonged and think that I needed to organize it? Who told me that this was messy? It wasn't that messy, to be honest. A couple packages just weren't put away. And above my balls, I had, you guys can't see it, I put some styrofoam up here. I had a bunch of really big pieces of styrofoam that, you know, just, that's where they were shoved. It just looked messy. It really wasn't that bad. But now I have it all organized to, like where it belongs. So now it all has a home. I bought some of these acrylic couple more acrylic drawers, and I'm going to take and put some of like my smaller pieces of styrofoam in those. Look at my nose. It's going to really make me crazy. Hold that there. See, I bought these acrylic drawers. They're kind of nice, and you can take the drawers out. And I have some like blocks of styrofoam, some 4-inch cake rounds, some circles and stuff, and I'm gonna, and the cones and stuff, I'm gonna organize it over there. Yeah, so these are too big, I would say, for sprinkles. These are nice big ones. So I have like my most used, well, okay, this isn't a most used mold. These just need put away. I haven't put them away. But like my most used cookie cutters are in here because the drawers I had before were too small. So now I have sprinkles. I have small acrylic ones I got from like an Amazon resale shop. And so like I have sprinkles and in these. I have 2 of those. Then I just have all my most used cookie cutters right here. Ones that I don't put with a season because I use them all the time. And the problem is that, and I posted pictures. Everybody was like, oh my God, that was brave of you to post those pictures because I would never post my pictures of my styrofoam. You know what? Someone's got to be the person to say, you know what? We all have the same problem. I'm not afraid to show my mess because I know you guys all have the same problem. I did show it to Straight Jacket Jen and she was like, holy crap. But it's because she's not a clay crafter. She doesn't use styrofoam like that. So they don't have the styrofoam. But I would say almost all crafters have the styrofoam problem. Hello. Welcome. What you need? Just saying hi. Finishing up my scarecrow. Right. Like, don't try to pretend like you don't have a mess somewhere. It's Fiero. Did I just spoil the movie for someone? Look at him. Look at his pockets. Right. It's fun because his head moves. It's not glued on, obviously. He cute. And no, I will not leave his head on still because we've already proven that his legs are not close to being dry. Now, I don't think he would fall over or anything, but I think that his legs just are not dry enough, and it's not worth it, right? It's not worth the risk. It was kind of funny because I was talking to Jess this morning when she was live, and I know people sell like stands and stuff. Right. But my husband, we have pieces of wood all over our house, all over our yard, everywhere, okay? I just drilled holes and made myself a stand to put heads or something on. I have 2 of them. It's funny because people are like, hey, it's okay. It's okay, Kim. I did put in the chat, unless you live in a... Right. I have a 10 by 10 room that each wall has some sort of storage floor to ceiling. So my room, 10 by 10 room is 8 by 8. It might actually be like 8 by 10, but because every piece of my room has something that's storage. So it's, I mean, every drawer I have, everything is full. Isn't it cute? I have to make more because people want more. But all I did was get a piece of 2x4. It's nice and heavy. It's not going to fall over. I can put big heads on here. I drilled holes. I'm going to spend money on something. Now, I guess if your husband doesn't fix stuff around your house, you might not have 2x4s. You might have to go buy one. But it's probably still cheaper than somebody buying something else. Now, if you want to go buy a stand from somebody, go ahead. I think somebody said Scylla sells one. But this works great. I'm not fancy. Not fancy here. So I think this is good. I think I was going to start on another one. I have 40 minutes. I don't have to stay on if I don't want to, but I might. Because I was asked by 2 people for the same thing. So, and I told the second person that the second one is not going to be the same. But since she asked for it first, I will give her dibs on the second one. Now, as she passes, I will have a second one available. But typically, I would not make 2 of the same. Yeah, it's literally a 2x4. If you guys have any leftover pieces of wood from something, we did our deck last year, and I had tons of these. I mean, you can see there's paint on it from outside. You know, and then you just take your drill and you drill your holes wherever you need it. I put a lot of holes because I was drying little things if you need to dry big things. And it's pretty heavy, so it'll hold most things, I would assume. It's okay, Deanna. I did post in the chat so that everybody knew I was going live, just in case you were looking for me. Because it was for Cheryl, too, because Cheryl's always asking me, what you doing? I'm live. Yeah, and I've had a day. Honestly, I almost didn't go live because I'm so tired. I'm not going to lie, though. When I get off of here, I'm going to go sit on the couch and take, like, a not couch nap. Scrap, yeah. Oh yeah, they probably have scrap pieces in the discount section. And I mean, honestly, you can probably even find like a block. Like as long as it's a 2 by something, it should be heavy enough to hold any kind of clay stuff, because clay stuff isn't that heavy. And I mean, if you don't need a huge, I'm making this so small. If you don't need a huge piece, I mean, I have 2 because I mean, I make multiple things. And here's the nice thing is if you're making a body, a head, legs or whatever, and you have a decent sized piece of wood, you could dry all your pieces at the same time so you can make them all at once. I was actually thinking about that earlier. This is 11 inches, just in case anybody was wondering, because I'm sure I'm going to get somebody who's going to be like, how big? Actually, it's funny because when Jess said that this morning, she's like, I don't have any wood, and I was going to go to the store. I'm like, why are you going to buy from the store? You mean to tell me you own a house, you don't have a piece of wood laying around? Am I the only one that has that happen? My husband saves scraps of everything. So he finished the deck. Actually, it's not finished. It's almost finished. It'll be finished at some point. It's finished enough. And, you know, he just makes a pile of scrap wood and leaves it lay around, and then I eventually get sick of it and do something with it. Well, it's good that he keeps it, because then I had a piece of wood to use for my stuff. So I went out there looking to see if I had a smaller piece I could shove in Jess's box, but I didn't. I was going to send her a piece of wood. It's kind of funny. You have to admit it was kind of funny. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a wasp by the window, and the cat's like so annoyed. She's like, I want to eat it. Thank goodness it's outside. She would try to eat it too. So I'm making another one if anybody. Right, somebody has a scrap piece of wood around you. Somewhere. You don't have to spend money on everything. Sometimes you can just find something for free to use. Send me a pic. Okay. Send you a picture. Send me a message to remind me to send you a picture. And I feel like some people in here just felt what I said. Because people... There she is! There's my Cheryl. Cheryl... I put in the chat that I was going to be here just because I knew you were going to wonder where I was today. Here I am. Having a day. Let me tell you. I am not fit for human contact at all today. I'm so aggravated. My car is broke. So you know how, like, okay, here's something some people probably can relate to. Being told you can't go anywhere and not actually wanting to go somewhere are two different things. Like, I could not want to go anywhere today, but being told my car is broken, I can't go somewhere, is annoying. There is a, Andrew, there's a 3D printed file on Maker's World to make a stand. If you make one, let me know how sturdy it is, because I don't know, it doesn't look, it looks flimsy to me. I'm working on a second scarecrow. We just finished up this one, and I was asked to purchase it from 2 people, and I figured, you know what, I'll make a second one, but I told her she can get dibs. Take a nap. I told her she could have dibs. Okay, are you kidding? Yeah, I don't know. It just looks, it's just a square with like holes in it. It looks like it would be great for like lollipops and stuff. But I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I would break it. Something I would break. Looks like something I was going to print it myself, and I was like, I don't know. You're in the car? Where are you guys going? Is he off today? Money off today? Tell Money we said hello. You have to send me a picture of what you did. I didn't tell anybody what you were doing. Hi, Raymond. But I said it might be a surprise what you did. I don't know if it was like something you were telling people. So, that you were absent because you were doing stuff today. I hear Peppa Pig's on upstairs and George is crying. Yeah, message me. I'll send you a picture. It's just a 2x4 piece of wood. And if he has a scrap, that's even better than printing, or then you can just drill you a couple holes in there. And you're good to go. That's all I did. He's going in late. Oh. Boo. I have a headache behind my eyes. I think that was from crying from the movie. You can barely see a difference. Heck. It's funny because when I do stuff, I can never tell because I don't look at myself. I don't look at myself. These don't have to be perfectly even. Like, I'm putting the boots on, or the pants on, and I'm going to cover the top part of this. That's why I'm not going all the way up, by the way. Yay! There's Monty. Did you ever tell him that I think of, like, the movie The Full Monty every time? Every time you say his name? That's probably inappropriate. Not made for TV. I will not be able to put this one on YouTube and say it's kid friendly. Somebody, was that Jess that was talking about that this morning, that if you click kid friendly, it takes like your comments off and stuff, which, I mean, honestly, so here's 2 things about putting your videos on Facebook. If they can't see the comments, they're going to be like, what the heck is she talking about? Because sometimes people talk to Facebook and they don't like say what they're answering, so sometimes it might be weird. It's the only weird thing about the weird thing about putting your lives on Facebook. I need to grab an egg. I didn't grab an egg while I was over there. I looked at the eggs. Oh, you know what? I looked at the eggs and then I knocked a pile of styrofoam over and then I just didn't get an egg. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go grab an egg. And now that my styrofoam's all organized, I can see where all my stuff is. Although I'm going to move this styrofoam before I knock it over a second time. Stay. I have like 3 different sized eggs, and I think I only have 2 different sizes left. So I'm going to use this one. It has blue clay on it, which I am currently picking up because Evelyn likes to put clay on stuff and then put it back. Once I get the styrofoam organized, I'll do like a little video or... Oh, did your hummingbird? Did you watch your friend make the hummingbird and you did your own? I know I got a couple, there's like 2 packages. I have to message the people that they have to wait on their package because they wanted the hummingbirds. I got them all finished. I'm just waiting on them to dry. So everybody that ordered the finished hummingbirds, I finished them. They're just drying. One person I didn't invoice yet. You know, gotta keep up on that. Otherwise you get far behind. I have the window open. There's like a cold breeze coming in. Cold. Make a scarecrow. It's the thing right now. I just saw somebody else was making a scarecrow. Nikki B. Oh my god, that scarecrow is so cute. You guys, if you didn't watch Mama Bear this morning, by the way, it's her birthday. If you haven't said happy birthday, say happy birthday. It's nice. Nice thing to do. And she was live this morning with Nikki B. And Nikki B just showed her next thing that's coming out in Beyond Bakes. It's a scarecrow. And it's friggin' adorable. Makes me want to rejoin. If I wasn't so broke. It's so annoying. Like, when every time you're like, oh, I'm finally getting caught up on my bills, and then your car breaks or whatever. It's like you're never really caught up. It's like an illusion, I think. So, like I was telling somebody the other day, like you cancel like a subscription or something, and you're like, I'm going to save money. There's always something else that you end up spending that money on. Just think about it. Always something. Like my kid moves out. There's always something to spend money on. There's always, or something goes up in price. Something always absorbs that extra cost. Do you want to make a scarecrow? Ride our bikes around the hall. I think some company is overdue. I started talking to the pictures on the wall. Hang in there, Joan. I'm going to stop. Oh yeah, I was going to use this for that too. Yep, this is air dry foam clay. This is actually a bag of Maricella's older clay. I use her clay now, but it's different formula. This is a little bit softer. It still works. It's just a lot softer than the stuff she has now. It's more foamy actually. Yeah, so this head is not completely glued, so stop touching that. Is air dry foam clay. The hair I made air dry foam clay. I used styrofoam under the hat, and then I did this patchwork with fabric. This is like one of those knitting thingy. Is it zooming in and out? Oh, Facebook. Those knitting, quilting square things. All right, George.
I got George.
All right, George.
George.
And then the body under here is all clay. So I made the legs with styrofoam and clay. These are styrofoam and clay. I made the outfit. So I started this on Tuesday. So I did the head Tuesday. I did the body Thursday, and then I did all like the finishing touches just now. And then I'm starting on a second one. So you're kind of like re-seeing the process. The eyes are resin. And the ones I used are from Mimi's Creativity Arts on Etsy. Did I use the regular green? I used regular green. So she sells these shaped eyes. I don't know if she has them in stock. These are the G. So write that down. They are 28 by 23 millimeters. So they're big. The ball for the head for this scarecrow is a 4-inch ball. So for the G eyes, I use a 4-inch ball. I mean, you could make you can do the eyes a little smaller. They don't have to be this big. That's just what I did. What do you mean? What kind of clay do you use? Sometimes I think a lot of imperfections have to do with the fact that the clay I use. I do like this clay because it's easy to work with for me. I only use those 2 clays, and it's because I like them. I like the texture. I like the work time. I've used other clays. I haven't used all the clays because honestly, a couple of the people that sell clay now were not around. But once I found my clay that I love, I haven't switched again. And some of them I don't know enough about to say don't use it. And I would never say that because that's not nice. But I think it really has a lot to do with the type of clay. And honestly, sometimes, I'm not going to lie, I was going to say massage, but knead the clay as long as some people do. And I don't find that it makes a difference. I'm sure there's some clays it does. So the clay that I used for the scarecrow skin is this Primitive Pumpkin French Vanilla. I think Maricela has a color like this. Maybe it's skin. Is anybody on here that would know what color's the same? I just started buying French Vanilla. I never bought it before. I bought cream from somebody, and I really like that for skin. But I just started using the French Vanilla, and I really like it for skin. Sometimes I'll use the graham cracker and mix it with a little white. Okay, you show me your hummingbird? Yeah, my hummingbird is upstairs. Now, my hummingbird is upstairs. I have the ones over there that are glittered and stuff. I don't know what I was getting up for. I think I thought about getting up to get... Oh, I need to get a ball. As I throw my lotion. Make sure your hands are not dry when you do your clay. Because I feel like then it sucks the moisture from your clay. And you get like weird textures on your clay. All my pictures are... Wait, let me check that though. I had to check that. It's fine. I thought it was messing up, but it's fine. It's fine. It's a... Yeah. And not every skin is the same. I think this is the same. I guess it is the same. I don't always do people characters though, so... I mean, I understood what you were saying. The only thing is if like the clay seems like it's not totally mixed in, you know, kneading it is really important. But, whew, I got lightheaded. Just make sure when you're rolling your clay out that you get all the like cracks out. There was like a piece of glitter or something. So when you're doing this, oh gosh, what the heck? Probably just put it back in there. Make sure there's no bubbles. Some things you can like work out as you're putting on the ball, but if there's a lot of dents and stuff, you don't want that. So I'm going to actually do this one more time. I'm going to get more cream. Yeah. Oh, yeah, maybe. I was going to say, I know that she just got a huge clay order. I don't know what her color is. I mean, obviously it's called, somebody tag her. She's usually here, but she didn't know I was going live, so she might be having a live sale today or something. So, okay. I think I got all the bubbles out. So when you're rolling out your clay, see there's a bubble there. What the heck? I don't get a lot of bubbles normally, so this is strange. I don't remember. This rolling pin, I want to say it was from Hobby Lobby, but they sell them anywhere. Michael's, Hobby Lobby. It's just an acrylic roller. I would, if you want to save money, I would shop around a little bit, because Michael's, I bought one of my rolling pins, and I don't remember if it was this one or this one. I bought from one place and then found out that they were cheaper somewhere else. So I know Hobby Lobby sells them, and I know I've never tried Crafty Amy Girls clay, so I can't tell you either way if it's good or not. She started selling clay after I found my clay. So it's not to say that her clay is bad, it's just I've never used it. But anyways, so I just start covering my ball. I love the Primitive Pumpkin. Does Crafty Amy Girls, is hers similar to Primitive Pumpkin since you've tried both, Brandy? My only, like, gripe about Primitive Pumpkin is it's most expensive. It's the most expensive clay. And she very, very rarely runs a sale, but also, in my opinion, it's by far one of the betters. Maricela switched her clay, and I would, if I had to guess, they come from the same place. Like, they feel like the same clay. Do you think Crafty Amy Girls is similar, or is it different? Is it, so it's really soft? Yeah, I don't know that I like soft clay. Like, I feel like the Primitive Pumpkin and Maricela, their clay is like a soft firm. Yeah. I have used some clays that are too firm, and they get dry too quick. Are you asking the same? Oh, nope. See, it's showing, Diana, that you're asking where my roller is from. And that was not your question. Isn't that weird that Facebook is doing that? Oh, it is? Okay. I know. I actually bought Bose Red. I gave Bose a try again because I needed red so bad. And I only needed one bag. And It was on sale. So I was like, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to try it. Okay, so it's soft. So my characters might melt a little. Hi, Jen. It's one of those things that you, as a crafter, have to find out what you like. Okay, some people love bows. Some people don't. I know there was like a time period where bows was coming in either really dry or really wet, and it was not consistent. That's the one thing that I'm going to ask my clay people. I hope that their clay is consistent, because if it's not, and I get used to like a way of doing something, it's going to drive me crazy. There is like one little crack down here. I'm going to smooth it out. And then use your palm of your hand, not your fingers. I don't know why, but it makes a difference when you're doing stuff. I'm going to make this the back of the head because there is like a little bit more of a dent than I want. But yeah, so I actually used to use bows a lot. A couple of years ago, I used bows all the time. And the main thing is because I could order like a bag here and there, and I didn't have to order a whole big order. And now I just order a bunch at a time and make sure I don't make like a lot of orders. So this will be the back because there was a bubble, and it's fine because there's gonna be hair there. Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna say somebody's clay is bad. It's just not my preference, right? Oh my goodness. Don't leave your clay on your desk. I got glue back there the other day, so I think the clay sticks in that spot a little bit. I did wipe it, but of course, hold on, let me go get a mat. I have like 15 minutes. I don't have to get off, but I don't want to be rude. Crafting with Mrs. P is on, and I want to watch her. So I'm going to get off at 2. I do have a couple things I got to do around the house. Now that Evelyn has left me alone, hopefully she lets me go do a couple of the things I got to do. I got to go outside and check on the garden. I did check on it last night, but I try to do it in the mornings, and sometimes I forget. Yeah, I know. That's the one thing, like, I keep wanting to try. So this is the one thing I will tell you. I have been fooled in the past into purchasing, $1 and $5 bags of clay. Yes, it used to be. It used to be so good. Bows was so good. And then it just, I don't know, it just was inconsistently annoying. So then you only ordered, 1 or 2 bags at a time. And then what do you have to do? You have to wait. Yeah. But anyways, so people were like giving $5 bags of clay, and come to find out they were no good. And it made me upset. So then I was like, you know what? Going forward, I'm going to find my clay. Now, at the time, Primitive Pumpkin was my go-to for a long time. And then I found out Maricella's was very similar. So now they're my 2 go-tos. And it's great because if one is out of the color, I can get it from the other, vice versa. And they're very, very similar. So it's not to say that somebody's clay isn't good. It's just to say it's not my favorite. And I'm so afraid to try anybody else's clay because of those people that were shady back in the past. The one people, they were going out of business. So they weren't necessarily being shady, but their clay, I still have some of it. I don't know if this bag is that sticky. Yeah. So I will say, because Glitz and Glue has a firm and a soft, they're very different. So like this clay, it's very sticky. Evelyn played with this. It's very, and this is how it was when I bought it. It was very, very, and it's old now. So Evelyn plays with it. It's fine. It looks like poop. It looks like Sam's Gingy earlier. Yeah, so it's not to say that I don't like some people's clay that I haven't tried. I'm just afraid to try new clays because I've been ruined. I've been ruined by those shady characters that sold cheap clay because it was bad. So I just don't even buy cheap clay anymore because I'm too afraid that I won't even be able to use it. It's not worth any money to me, even if it was $1. You can keep your dollar clay. And it also depends on what you do with it. So like there are, like if you're using like molds or something, like and cookie cutters, you need a firmer clay. So if like Crafty Amy Girls, if hers is kind of soft, the cookie cutters might get really stuck to it. Which would be sad because that's what I sell. So I have to make sure I buy a clay that works for what I'm using it for. But as my best friend Wendy says, there's an ass for every seat. And I bet there's a clay for every person. Everybody's going to like a different texture, whatever, right? So I think that if your favorite clay is Glitz and Glue, that's your favorite clay. Doesn't mean that it's every boop snowman. It was the same color too, I think. I was like, oh, I have a bag on the floor and the cat just was crinkling it because she was trying to jump over it. Yeah, like some people have arthritis. Some people only make like cookies. Some people make characters. So like the people that make cookies are going to probably use a different clay than the people that like to make characters. I do find that the clay that I use is good for everything. Right. And bows. So I'm glad that you're having good luck with bows and maybe their consistency is better. But like one of the last times I ordered a bucket of white bows, it was so gooey and gloopy. Oh my, it was like opening, did you poop?
Yeah.
So she's been tearing off her diaper. You are my best friend. There's an ass for every seat. There's a clay for every person. Yeah, that Bose clay for a while, the buckets were coming in and it was like melted marshmallow. Yes, I just wiped glue on my pants if anybody caught that. All right. I'm afraid to make it different, too different from the other, but I really want to make this one with a smile. Where is my, oh, you know what else? So I am not supposed to be spending money, but I did go on Amazon Prime and I bought some nail brushes because you know what? I really need to try nail brushes. You're funny, Alyssa. We're not going to even talk about it. I'm just going to ignore your question. Just know it's all about like my issues that I'm ignoring your question. It's just not happening. We have a stubborn child on our hand. She does what she wants. Let me just tell you, okay? There's no amount of craziness with that girl. You know, I was not a bad kid growing up. I'm sure I had my moments where I was a little bit of a pain in the butt. This kid, if like they say like you get like back what you did to your parents, I don't think I deserve this. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, if I do live sales every I got 5 minutes. Every Wednesday at 9 a.m. I do have to talk to Kim about next week. I forgot. I gotta message her as soon as I get off here. Next week I'm gonna have to try to do my live sale later in the day. Hopefully there's an opening. I have a doctor's appointment at 9 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going to try to do like 4 or something next week. So hopefully you guys still come hang out, even though it's at a different time. For like 4 o'clock probably. I don't know, I cannot remember. Like, it seems like the last couple weeks we haven't had anybody in the afternoon, so I should be good to go for 4 o'clock. But I feel like, do you ever guys, he probably was, his sister is 5 years difference. I know his parents let him eat or whatever, anything he wanted, so he didn't have to. And to this day, he's a little picky, but I have a couple picky kids too. And I'm like, really? Stop that. So, what was I going to say? Oh, so I'm going to have to do my live sale at a different time because of my doctor's appointment. Did she ask about live sales next week? Yeah, because I don't, like, a lot of people haven't been going. So I'm pretty sure I probably can absorb a different time. Oh no. Yeah, crafting is fun, but it's expensive. It's expensive. Crafting is not a cheap thing to do. So at 2 o'clock is crafting with Mrs. P. I will continue to work on my scarecrow. So far we finished the body on this one. Okay. So all that was left was to finish the bottom of the shoes and to add, the pocket and the trim and the flowers and then the pockets on the back. So if you hopped in late, this is what this guy looks like. And I'm just not putting his head on. I like to wait, make sure, he's good and dry. His head is not pushed all the way down, so he looks kind of fun. I think I need to put like a collar on him or something. And like a bandana. I think he's getting a bandana once I put his head on. And I thought about that yesterday, but I forgot. I didn't forget, but I'm going to put a bandana on once I shove his head back on there for good. But I want to wait for his legs to dry a little bit more before I stick his head on, because we don't want any mishaps with Nappy Town. And then today we started a second one. So I will probably finish this up on my own. So I will make his overalls and stuff. And if you missed the overalls being made, I made them on Thursday, so yesterday. And then the other head I didn't finish the hair on there, but I did finish the hair offline. So I did all like the curlies and stuff. I did most of the hair on the line. So you can see basically the whole thing being made. So I don't have to make the rest of this with you. But I might pop on tomorrow. I'm not live with any groups or anything. I was thinking about coming on, and I kind of started looking at everybody's lineup and see who. And it's nothing, no offense to anybody. So if I go on when you're on, it's not because I don't like you, but sometimes I'll hop to see, who's on and if there's anybody that I have to watch. And I typically go live during the day, so I'll probably watch everybody at night, but during the day, I was thinking like 10, but I can't remember what time Sam is on, so I have to look, because I will not go live when Sam is on. But you guys have a great day. Hop on over to Crafting with Mrs. P and say hi to Pam. I'll be right there. Bye. Oh, shoot. You guys can leave if you want. Evelyn, do you want to say bye? Evelyn, you want to say bye yet? Evelyn, come say bye. Sorry, guys. She cries hysterical if she doesn't get to say bye. So I'm sure most of you left, and that's fine. Oh, what happened? She's bleeding. Say bye,
Bye-bye.
Say have a good day. And I guess I gotta go get you a Band-Aid and... Hold on, come here. Bye,